What's good, y'all? Welcome to a special bonus episode of Conversation Piece, the podcast about the missing pieces of the conversations we're already having. My name's Patrick Armstrong. I'm your host, and today we're at Butter. For the last 4 years, more than 30,000 people have flocked from across the country to Capitol Avenue in downtown Indianapolis to the historic Stutz building for this multi-day fine arts fair that centers black artists from across the state and the country. I attended my first Butter in 2023. As I was getting ready to leave on day one, I stumbled into a panel about the keepers of the culture here in Indianapolis. What I heard in that panel affirmed what I had begun to suspect, that not only was there a creative community building here, but that I was supposed to be a part of it. And now I'm back. And this year, I'm doing spectating and amplification. Throughout this episode, you're gonna hear from folks who help bring events like Butter to life every single year. The people behind the scenes, the ones on the peripheries of your social media and the dope staff merch. The people who help build up these actual installations, the people who point us in the directions that we need to go, and the people who help guide us, the tens of thousands of people who flock here every single year. This is Conversation Piece, Community in Conversation, the Butter Edition.
So I'm Cornelius Tulla, a visual artist and architect from Miami.
My name is Parrish Butler. I'm originally from Gary, Indiana, but I've been in Indy for 10 years. From the west side.
My name is Greg Rose. I'm originally from Niagara Falls, but I've lived in Indy the majority of my life, and I've been a part of Butter all 4 years in different capacities.
My name is Amy Zeller, and I'm born and raised on the east side of Indianapolis. And I have been involved with Butter for several years, and I also volunteer at other gang related events like I Made Rock and Roll and the All-Star Weekend in February. So I'm a regular.
My name is Catherine Maxwell. I have been volunteering with Butter for the last 2 years. I'm on the far east side of Indy. I've only been here for about 6 or 7 years, but I've seen such a huge transition from when I came here as an intern back in like 2014 to now. So I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. This is something I want to be a part of.
My name is Mary Harris. I'm coming in from Los Angeles. This is my first year being involved with Butter.
My name's Kira. This is my second year volunteering at Butter, and I'm from the north side.
My name is Mary Reed. I live in Indianapolis, so I live here, and this is my second year volunteering.
My name is Mark Bisiaki. I'm the videographer, photographer of Gang Gang. Sometimes I consider myself the media director, but I'm just a guy that solves a lot of problems, and I've been telling the story of Gang Gang for the last 3 to 4 years now.
This event really is just like incredible as an artist to be invited out, to the amount of care that was put into it by the Butter team. I think as artists, you look for spaces that not only allow you to kind of like build commerce and get your work out there, but also to build community. And I think that's like fairs typically don't have the both, you know, it's like one or the other, and I feel like they've done a really great job in not only allowing artists to kind of develop that next stage of their career in building work and kind of building collector base and different things, but I think also all the different panels and different conversations and things just happening around it where it's also a weekend and not just like a one-off thing is really unique. And I think coming from Miami where we have like Art Basel or those other fairs that are very commercial based, it's interesting to see the kind of dichotomy of this one where it's like you're getting both. And I really am excited and have enjoyed so far. I'm just like meeting the other artists from around the country, from here. This is also my first time in Indianapolis, so it's like really incredible to see the city through this lens.
Volunteering for me, it gives me an opportunity to get that behind the scenes look of like the teamwork and everything that it takes to build an event like this. Because I mean, it means so much to Indianapolis, but the Midwest and even the whole country that we can center black art. All the proceeds go to the artists. I haven't even seen anything like that before. So this is really special, and I wanted to keep going.
So I think one thing that we are not known for is our creative talent, which is so unfortunate. And I think why? Because we do not have a lot of opportunities to really flex our capabilities, not just the visual artists, but also the art administrators, all the people that hang the work, the people that help us with our taxes after, all of the entire industry, the creative industry. We really don't get a chance to show how capable we are. So organizations like Gang Gang and opportunities like Butter really provide space for not only visual artists, but also art appreciators, art influencers, art collectors, and the art industry to really flex and shine.
Well, you know, it makes me proud. It makes me proud that this is something that Indianapolis can birth and sustain. So Kurt Vonnegut, another Hoosier, said everybody likes to build, but nobody likes to maintain. And so to see Butter year after year and just getting better and the joy getting bigger, that makes me think it's not just that we can build something as a city, but that we can maintain it.
To be able to see a reflection of yourself and to be able to see something that you can encourage your kids to also come and be involved in. Like for the last couple of years, I will come myself on one day. I volunteered one day, and then the next day, like on Sunday, I'll bring my kids because I'm like, now that I've got to experience it, now I know what they're going to enjoy, what they're going to see, and to be able to pump it up even more so that they can have the greatest experience.
Just to be very transparent, I've never been involved in an event like this. A lot of times people say this, but they're very inexperienced in the art space and nothing sells. So it's a beautiful thing to see that 35 pieces sold on the preview night, and it's just the numbers climbing. I don't know of an event like Butter, especially on the West Coast where everything is so expensive, so people really can't afford to do this. And I think the support that Indianapolis has put behind Butter is just amazing to me, to see that they actually are moving towards an equity for artists of color. It's kind of shocking. I feel like I'm in a dream somewhere, and I've woken up in like the wildest dream I could have. That's how it feels to be a part of Butter and to be involved at this level of artistry. So
It's super fun, even with how hot it is and everything. It's just really great to see everyone come out supporting art. We get to see everyone from like really little kids coming with school trips to like, people who are a lot older, and just every age group and from all parts of the city and everything. I think it's just really awesome to see all the different types of art here too, and just what catches people's eye.
This is the first year that I got my own art exhibit video. All right, right in here, right next to some of the best artists in the world. We're telling stories. So I know it'll be hard to see camera on TV, but maybe we'll make it work. But this shows how the neighborhood vanished and came back. Like, the neighborhood is so dense. And so I wanted to be able to let people know like what it looked like, what it felt like, even while we're walking. But the aerial perspective, I think a lot of people have stopped and said like, okay, this actually is speaking to me. And so that was kind of the goal. I wanted to create something that made you like think about what happened, not even put too much on there, but I want people to think about what happened. Like, just like, how is this gone? And so that was a big emphasis for me. But yeah, that's it. Proud family themed kind of vibes, because we back with the family back in the neighborhood. So it's fantastic.
I love how unique it is, and I just love Black art, so this was just a great opportunity for me to volunteer and see the different creativity.
I think about my own journey to get here. The only reason why I'm here is because someone, in particular Molly Allen, saw they needed somebody to get videography, and they didn't have, I didn't have a huge portfolio. I just had, just a couple videos out there, and they took a chance. And I think this is an opportunity where, they take the chance on artists like us to just try things, to flourish. I think Butter is a great experimental space in which you can just try a load of things that you wouldn't try in more traditional galleries or corporate type of events. Like we're still setting up gear as we speak, and this would never happen in any other context. But it's like, oh, we found that we can probably get a better shot this way, or we might be able to get a better viewpoint, and if we tried this thing. And being able to kind of make those snap decisions is something that is unique to Butter and unique to the experience of just Gang Gang. Yeah.
This is my first Butter experience. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about Butter, and to be able to be a part of the 4th annual blow up of Butter, excuse me, has just been a blessing and wonderful, because there's no other way to experience, I think, than to just jump in and be in it. Because the phrase that I've been hearing is that the butter is made during the experience, like as a result of it. So I'm learning as a Indianapolis artist, poet, what Butter is really all about, kind of like hands-on and in real time, because I was pulled into this concept, the gallery, Mari Evans Gallery, that was so beautifully designed by Gregory Rose, and then kind of enhanced by the poets themselves. Tasha Jones is the chair of the committee that I'm on. It's called the Poetry Curatorial Committee, and I'm one of 3 members, and I'm a poet. I love poetry. I'm totally inspired by Mari Evans, whom the gallery is named after, and have been a long time friend of Mari's. since before she left us, but did she really leave us? Because, right, we're celebrating her legacy here today and forever more. So I'm just thrilled to be in this space that I've noticed people are coming, and not even coming just for the poetry, but they're coming for the ambiance, I think. And I just think the comfort and the aesthetic of this place, the warmth, the plants, and just everything that's inviting. And so, we hope, of course, they'll stay throughout the poetry. We have poetry 3 times on each of the days here at 12, and then midday, and then the evening kickoff, or I would say closing at 8 p.m. And all the poems are just stellar Indiana creatives, and I'm excited about them, being able to help assemble them, my colleagues, poets whom I respect and am inspired by in this space, and getting to grow and know a lot more about Butter myself. Butter 2024 is, I feel like, everything so far.
Any artists from Indy that have stood out to you?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I can't say in particular of a specific artist, but I think seeing the kind of volume of work coming out of here, the volume of work in the fair, it's like, for me, it's like on par with any other international fair that you would see, which is really exciting to see somewhere like here where, people wouldn't always expect that coming out of a city, but to see that the artist community here is thriving and building, and they're also getting the support that they need.
There's so many good ones. I'm like, how do I just pick just one? Honestly,
No, I pick just one. Name a bunch.
oh dang, okay. Honestly, I really like King's artwork, and I like Fitz. I like their color usage, and then Shantae Lewis, even though she's not here, I love her color blocking. It's amazing. I love it. It's bold, and that's how I like to do art, bold.
Where is your favorite place to create in the city?
I don't know if I have a favorite place because I really loved Indy, but there's some places that give me a lot of inspiration. One of my favorite places is New York Gourmet Deli, which is this amazing sandwich shop. They have 2 locations. One's on the far east side. One is on 38th Street in New Jersey, right over there. It's phenomenal. The person that runs it, he is one of the sweetest men ever. Every time I go in there, he has a smile on his face, and it reminds me of my dad. If I can be transparent, he reminds me a lot of my dad, so I love going to that place. It resets me. New York Gourmet Deli is one of my favorite places.
I do create. I'm a graphic artist. My favorite place to create is at home. At home, it's my most comfortable place, and that's where I get my best work done.
We're doing it here in Indy. Favorite place in Miami to create your art?
Bakehouse Art Complex. So I have a studio there. It's a space with 70 artists. Having that sense of community is really great as an artist.
Where do we find you? How do we follow you? How do we support you after this?
All right, you can find me on Instagram. Anything social media is Parrish Butler. It's spelled PARISHBUTLER.
Find me on my Instagram and social media handles, all of my name, Cornelius Tulla. Last name Tullooch, and there you can find my work, and also at tull.yard.
You can find me on socials, HeyKid, HAYKIDD, and how you can support. I have a solo show at The Walker that opens today, August 30th, and that's going to be up for a couple months, so you can always purchase work. I'm currently going to take a sabbatical to Germany for a couple months to kind of reset, and I have a GoFundMe, so if they want to do that, they can find all that information on my social.
Oh my goodness, yes. You can find me online, and I am part of the Teaching Woody Guthrie Collective. You can find us online on an Instagram, and I teach a class called Protest Music in the U.S., and I didn't know I was going to have the opportunity to plug something, but I would like to plug protest music in the United States. If there's anything happening, you're a student somewhere and you could take a course like that, please do, whether it's with me or anybody.
You can follow me on Instagram. You kitten me like a little kitten, KITTEN, me 27. Yeah. And then, or if you want some wellness work, I'm a wellness director. I work for the YMCA of Greater Indianapolis. You can come check out one of our Ys. I work at the Randsburg Y on the Far East Side, the best side. But all the other sides are good, but we're the best. So come on over.
You can find me at artmusicmaryjane.com. You can even reach out to me on my website, which is www.artmusicmaryjane.com. Oops. My Instagram is at artmusicmaryjane. So when you come, if you want a portrait, if you like a mural, I basically do a lot of commission work. About 75% of the income that I make is from commissions. So that's kind of why it's very rare for me to have these type of pieces out in the public, due to the fact that they're from my heart and they're something I created organically. So if you even want to look at my private collection, there is a page. You just have to reach out to my email, which is also artmusicmaryjane@gmail.com, and we can get active. Talk to me.
I have a little bit in the art, so I do balloon decor. So if you could follow my business, Rose_balloon_decor, and you can see my creativity with balloons.
My Cash App is mbestiaki.
We don't do free labor. Give this man some coffee.
No, but you can follow me at Mark Bestiaki, just my full name. But also just support Gang Gang. That's a real big help there. We are always I'm always trying to find new people and new creatives to be around. So, and just find some inspiration by having better relationships. So if you just, give me a shout, show me your work, or even just like give me a ring, that's good. That's good for me.
I'm on Facebook, Allison Horton, Instagram, same tag. And then the Poetry Curatorial Committee, my hope is that it would grow and expand beyond who exists among it now. And that's Tasha Jones, is Dr. Patrick Jones III. And I would love to just see that not only can you find me as an author of my first book, Quickfire, but that also you continue to find me embedded in Indiana artistic opportunities like this one.
And that is it for Community in Conversation, the Butter Edition, the special bonus episode of Conversation Piece. To catch up on the entire thing, make sure you're following us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on social media at Conversation Piece Pod, and you can catch up on everything else, including all of the merch that we have coming into our shop right now at our website, conversationpiecePod.com. Until next time, when all of our new episodes come out of all of the amazing things that we have going on, I've been your host, Patrick Armstrong. This has been Conversation Piece. See y'all soon.